Today we're going to be talking about why it is we got into Merles, what are the risks involved, and what are the benefits. Also, we're going to be going over our breedings, why it is I chose to match them up the way I did. Also, we're going to answer a couple of questions. We're doing this in 3, 2, 1. Let's make it happen. So a lot of you are asking yourselves, how it is that QBN, after years of talking down on Merles, all of a sudden decided to go ahead and breed to them. Well, I'm going to be straight up with you, fam. I've been noticing that the registries are allowing them into places that I never thought that they would even be. And it's not even far-fetched. The BRC themselves are allowing Merles into shows. I believe that sooner than later, so will the ABKC. With that being said, I have a lot of customers that are buying pups off of us and breeding with Merles. They're basically starting a QBN Merle line without it necessarily being QBN. Therefore, I feel there's nobody better to represent QBN in the Merle world than QBN ourselves. Therefore, I went ahead and decided to go ahead and breed Merles. Now, what are the benefits? Is there a monetary gain involved? Absolutely, fam. If I sat here and told you otherwise, I'd be lying to you. But with that being said, the registries are bringing in Merles. They're allowing them in. Some of them, like the ABKC, do not allow them to compete just yet. But the BRC does. In due time, I feel that Merles are just not going to be going anywhere. In fact, I think they're here to stay. So with that being said, I think it would be illogical, maybe even borderline stupid on my part, to totally not look in that direction, as I have plenty of people following me and customers wanting Merles from us. And because I'm not producing them, they're more than willing to go ahead and buy off of somebody that bought a Merle somewhere and is breeding to one of our dogs. So I kind of felt in order to best represent QBN brand in the Merle world, what better person or organization or franchise to be able to do it than ourselves. And that is, I feel we have enough of the resources to be able to breed our brand of Merles. I feel that we have plenty of females to put our stamp, and therefore we went ahead and decided to go ahead and go with it. Now, with that being said, what is it exactly that I'm matching up? We will be matching up Aruba with Aftermath.
This is Aftermath. He's 4 years old. He's our baby, and he's a legend. Aftermath, he was born a singleton, which means he was the only puppy born in the litter. He's strictly one of a kind.
Look at his top line here.
He carries the Merle gene, the tri gene, and he can produce any color. A Merle dog is a dog that carries a genetic mutation, a gene which it allows the coat color. It doesn't know what it wants to be, so it's always different colors. It's never the same pattern. It's what allows him to create the color he is and how he can produce his offspring. With the Merle gene, you should never breed two Merles together. It can be highly lethal and cause defects.
Fam, you just heard Eric tell you from MBB that you never breed Merle to Merle. He's absolutely right. The reason you don't want to do it is because you run a 25% risk of producing pups that are either deaf or blind or both. So stay away from breeding Merle to Merle. Cryptic Merle. And all that is a Merle that in its phenotype, basically its dress, it's not showing you it's a Merle, but it's in its genotype inside of it, it is a Merle. And that way you could evade breeding Merle to Merle. Now I'm going to tell you this right now, fam, and it goes both ways. If you're a breeder and you're breeding Merles, you should be DNA testing your pups, whether it's through Embark or anybody else. And if you're buying a pup that's coming from a Merle pair, either one of the parents is Merle, you should either be requesting an Embark test or you should be doing the Embark test yourself. Either or, everybody needs to be aware the puppies that are leaving need to have the information as to whether they have a Merle gene or not, so that the buyer doesn't go and make a mistake and breed with another Merle. Our girl Aruba is pretty much Fireball's half-sister, and she has a lot of what we're looking for as far as as you can see, the shoulder to chest ratio, her correct feet, her head ratio to her body. It's all coming together. And therefore, you could see a lot of that from Aruba as well over here with her son Power. Her son Power over here has a lot of the ratio that we're looking for as far as shoulder to chest. He is clean and correct. He's got an excellent top line, and that's what we're bringing in. We feel that Aruba and MBB Aftermath is definitely going to produce the top line that we're looking for, as well as he's got plenty of chest. I feel that the chest and shoulder ratio is going to be able to come in line, and we're also going to be able to dress Aruba over here with that Merle coat, and that's the thought process behind that particular breeding. As you can see, Aruba is able to transmit basically what she does in the breedings that we've done is this particular breeding was with one Bullies champion Chinook. She was able to come in and get Chinook's features and put them in, obviously here on the tri coat, because she's a tri carrier. Chinook is a tri. But she's also, she doesn't necessarily take away in any way, shape, or form. She keeps, that H frame where we want it, feet are correct. The dog, he in this particular photo 305 is not standing perfectly looking at us the way we would have wished. But nonetheless, you're able to see the type of work that she's able to produce, the genes that she's able to transmit. Right here, you can see how Aruba pretty much transmit a lot of her body structure over to her children. Her daughter here, Athena, I mean, just squared up. Reminds me so much of her mom, not just in the facial area and her ears, but also pretty much in her entire front structure. So that's one of the reasons why I felt Aruba would be a good fit. I see that Aftermath has a nice wide chest. And I just feel that, along with her chest and shoulders, it could all come together. This is one of the reasons why I tell you guys, females are so important. I can tell you we bred Aruba a while back, close to 2 years ago, or a little over 2 years ago with Xerox. It's a 142-pound XXL male. As you can imagine, he had a bit of a high rear, better yet, a slight high rear. And yet she was able to go ahead and correct that, as well as correct his front. She was also able to bring in his mass and produce power, as you're seeing here. Now, power is only 19 months old, fam, so you're not even looking at a fully grown male just yet. His dad didn't really pop until he was 2.5. So we're still expecting a lot of development from him. But this is the main reason why I brought Aruba into the mix and decided to go ahead and go this route. And name that particular litter appropriately Stonehenge. I felt it was appropriate because Aruba is an island. Stonehenge is in the Great Britain, which is an island. Also, I see a lot of the marbling or spotting, if you will, on the stone, as I do on Aftermath. And I kind of feel also that both dogs are a rock. They're rock solids in what they do and how they produce. So therefore, I felt that Stonehenge was an appropriate name. That's what this particular litter is set at. But we didn't stop there. We also came out and decided, they also have a particular male or stud up there named Tonka, who we feel will bring a lot of mass, bone and what have you. Just take a look here at what I'm talking about. So pretty much here you have it, fam. This is what I like seeing right here as far as this matchup. This is the reason I did it. By definitely, this boy's mass and bone is just off the charts for his size. Our girl Cafe, she's a hefty. She's probably one of the most hefty girls we have here in the yard in proportion to her body. Her mom is Genesis and her dad is Fireball. I'm going to show you them here in a minute. But definitely she's got the bone and the structure, I felt, to be able to withstand what's about to go into her. And to be able to go ahead and promulgate in order to promote, better yet, more of that bone and girth that this boy has at hand. As you can see, this Cafe's mom, Genesis, she's nothing but raw strength and power. I felt that we needed to bring in some polish. And therefore, this is why I brought in Fireball, in order to be able to correct every and anything that I didn't have correct, to be able to just polish it up. And here goes Cafe's dad, Fireball. Now, I remember not too long ago, I drew quite a bit of criticism when I started studying Fireball, who, you know, at withers is only 17.5 inches, fam. I mean, this boy he's not even necessarily a standard, he's more of a classic. But nonetheless, you see his proportions, and this is why I have been breeding this particular boy to my bigger females and producing amazing results. I mean, I can sit here and show you his sons, you know, from sons to daughters to whatnot, and you'll be thoroughly impressed. At least for me, I'm thoroughly impressed with the productions he has been able to put out. Here, let me scroll through and show you a little bit. Here you go. This is Fireball's or Cafe's half brother, Fireball's son Zeus, off of Azu and Fireball. I mean, check this boy out. He's all the way out there in San Antonio. Boy's looking phenomenal. Let me see who else we got over here that I can show you here real quick. That's Iron. I want to show you Iron a little bit more developed, so you can see him at a more mature age. But I've had quite a few of you asking me, you know, should you breed a standard or a classic with an XL? Well, I guess I'm answering your questions. Many of you that have been following us have known that I brought up to discussion this right here that we call an H-frame, right? You see how the chest starts at the elbow height, precisely. Notice how the knees up front here do not have any osteochondritis. Or it's called osteochondritis dissecans, but better yet, it doesn't have a bulge pretty much of cartilage or anything like that growing there, and that the feet are straight forward. Basically what you're looking at here, fam, as far as Fireball, little old Fireball right here, he is pretty much the backbone of this yard. This is where our blood started between him and Azu. Let me show you a quick video of Fireball so you can see, also known as Freestack Freak. For those of you that are looking for either a classic or a standard to be able to breed to your XLs in order to be able to get more of that clean and correct structure, just want to give you a heads up. Fireball is open for studying. If you're interested, you could always hit me up. He is currently available. Let's check him out here on this video.
Right here. Don't forget, you got yourself a little Freestack Freak right here. This so you just don't forget who the Freestack Freak is right here, baby.
Me way
there
back.
There you go, fam. There you go, fam. Huh? Who's the Freestack Freak?
Look at his proportions.
There you go, fam. All day. Doing it live for you. Doing it live for you.
Now, that's a video from way back. Like I said, if you haven't followed us on Instagram, you might want to check it out. We've pretty much posted our history there. You're able to see dogs such as right here, Azu. Azu is Fireball and Azu are the ones that started our bloodline. The breedings that we have meaning to us because we're trying to establish something. As you can see here, for me, is really important for an XL, in her case, XXL female, to have a clean and correct back. Look at the top line. Also, she doesn't have a long back. Look at her hocks. Look at her rear angulation. For an XXL, that's almost unheard of. Now, I know XXL is not the correct term. There is no such thing, but I'm referring to anything above an XL as XXL. I also want to show you a clip we have here of Fireball, if I can find it, so you can see how fully functional he is. And he's been able to translate and transmit that to our yard. Check him out. Look at his movements. He was by far the smallest dog in my yard. You can see everything about him is symmetrical, man. The way he hits the jump, everything. So I just want to be able to touch up on that so you can see where we're going. I definitely wanted to get that structure on point first with Fireball. Get that H-frame going. Get everything here correct. Get the feet going straight. This is the backbone to our yard right here, what you're looking at. Some people are going to say, well, you know, you're breeding because he's tricolored. He is tricolored. It is a plus. His form, his correctness is, you know, it's second to none. I have another video out here I'd like to show you with Fireball. Let's see if I can find it out here somewhere. That where he again shows pretty much, you know, his structure and his movement. I find that to be very important in my dogs, especially on a foundation male. Originally, my foundation was through another dog, King Kilo, and even though he's an amazingly good-looking dog, he wasn't necessarily a good producer. What I look for as far as identifying one of my dogs as a producer is rather simple. I'm looking to see a good 20% show quality, a good 60% breed quality, and then if you produce anything else as far as pet quality, that's all right. I don't want to see the proportion switch to where, you know, we only have like a 5% production rate of show quality, maybe a 20-30% breed quality, and then the great majority is a pet quality. If I see that, obviously that's not something that I'm looking for. Here you go with another quick video of Fireball, so you can see what I'm talking about. His temperament is also on point.
Look at this.
There you go.
Like a little kid.
He is like a child.
I see the dog.
Good boy.
Yes, you look at my
Oh, there you go. Come here. There you go.
So I wanted to go ahead and share that with you. I wanted you to see what the basis of everything is. As you can see, it's all starting out with Fireball and Azu. We have definitely been producing the more cleaner and correct version of our XLs. We feel that we have that frame on board right now, and that we could actually start bringing in more of the mass. And here's what I mean. For example, this right here is Iron, one of Azu and Fireball's production. I don't recall exactly what age he was here, but I do know he was under 1 year old. I got the shorter back. I got the correct top line I was looking for, the good rear angulation. You know, this boy symmetrically is completely on point. And so moving forward to the point that we're at, I feel that we could bring the mass. This is where you're seeing Tonka. I've already explained to you why I'm bringing in the Merles. Again, this is Cafe's mom. As you can see, Genesis has, you know, plenty of shoulders, plenty of bone and girth to be able to withstand whatever we're going to be throwing at him. At Cafe with Tonka, I just felt it was an excellent matchup because of that. Also, her proportion of chest to shoulders, as well as her head to her body, has definitely translated into her daughter Cafe, and therefore I feel that it's something that we should be able to bring in, and also